All right, all right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is a test run of my DJI camera setup here in the Model 3 Performance Edition. Driving around here in South Florida. I'm actually on my way to my favorite cigar spot at the moment. Today I want to talk about my interest in the Cybertruck and the most recent recent as in last couple months, last 6 months. I am definitely a prospective Cybertruck buyer. All my life I have driven pretty much F-150s. I spent 1 year, I'm about to hit my early 40s, okay? And I have for, let's say, about 20 years, pretty much, driven F-150s. For 1 year, I drove a Dodge Challenger. Very fun, but at that point, I made the jump into EVs. Once I jumped into EVs with Tesla, I started with a Model Y. I leased that. I still have that currently. And then, excuse me. And then I got this Model 3 Performance here. Tesla has ruined cars for me. That's 100% sure. Has totally ruined cars for me. I just love it. I am that prospective buyer for Tesla. I like tech. I like how they have made it easy on the driver. Full self-driving is just crazy awesome. Crazy awesome. I took this Model 3 Performance. I live here in South Florida, to the Tampa area, roughly 3.5-4 hour drive, okay? Full self-driving. I'm very conservative with my energy level. I don't let it drop below 30. Right now I'm rocking 75. Next time I record, I'll have that all set up, but so you can see. But yeah, it was amazing. I love the options that you have. I love the cameras. I love that it's constantly updating. And if I can pause there for a second, constantly updating. That's something I'm seeing the other manufacturers, Ford, I don't know about Dodge, but Ram, Toyota, they're all trying to catch up to Tesla. Like having the app, you can control the phone through the app. It's a huge, software is now infused with the hardware, right? That these companies are trying to be more software like Tesla. And to be honest, I think it's awful. How do I know? With that Dodge Challenger I had, they had a little version of it. It was dog shit. It just wasn't there. It just wasn't there. I see on Reddit all the time. I look at Ford F-150 subreddits and Ram and all that, and they're constantly complaining how buggy it is and all that. Listen, I had the Model Y. I've recorded this in February 2026. I had the Model Y since December 2025. I had the Model 3 Performance. My Model Y, it's like the standard edition of the 2025 before the refresh. The long range, 325 miles. Love it. It's nice. And this Model 3 here, I got it in I believe, March of 2025. So the Model Y was December 2024, rather. There you go. Because the Model Y is older. Okay, December 2024, March 2025, right? Coming up on a year or more for both of them. I haven't had one problem. The only problem I ever had, and has nothing to do with Tesla, was on the Model Y, I hit something on the road and it popped the tire and I had to pull over, replace the tires, blah, 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 blah. That was it. That's not Tesla's fault, So I've seen all these people, especially and not too much to get into this topic. If I said it earlier, then I don't know if I'm going to get into it here. But the politics and all that about Tesla, personally, I'm not seeing what they're saying, where they're like, oh, well, it's a bad car and it's a terrible car. I'm not seeing it. Not the 2025s. The 2025s are wonderful, All the problems in the build quality. The build quality here is great. In fact, the build quality here, and some of you may laugh and say, well, that's a low bar. I hear you. But the build quality here was way better than my Dodge Challenger. I had a 2013 F-150, okay, which was a Lariat Edition. Okay, at 2013, I purchased it in 2012. Okay, Lariat Edition, and it was wonderful up until the transmission died. No, it wasn't wonderful. It was a decent truck. It was good, decent, until the transmission had tons of problems at exactly 90,000 miles. Okay, and like these modules would keep breaking down. That's what they would call it. I don't know, but these like tech modules would keep breaking down in the truck. Like one of them died on me, and it was like $2,500 to fix, and like my AC stopped working. Come on, get out of here, get out of here. But either way, wonderful vehicle. So it's hard for me to go back. I want the Teslas. So like I started out, I enjoy trucks. So for me, the Cybertruck is the way to go. And let me see if I can drive and talk here, because this is me actually driving the moment. Or how about this? Why don't I turn on some full self driving? There we go. There we go now. And yeah, I don't want to talk about the overall politics of I guess I might have to, but yeah, I am definitely someone who wants to get the Cybertruck. This whole thing, oh, look at that to the left there. Look at that to the left. South Florida driving, man. Like, why is this guy right now that we just passed, why is he just sitting in the left lane and the other guy just like barreling at him? I don't know, but I do want to purchase a Cybertruck. And what's funny, again, when some of the detractors say, well, who's this for? It's for me. I like the cyberpunk world. I like that, like the sci-fi fantasy stuff that it came from, right? The Cyberpunk 2077, the video game. I like that. I like the way it looks. I like that it's a little different, right? I like that all the tech that it's packed with. I like that it's a truck. I like that it's an EV. The only thing that I give it, and which sucks, is I hate the range. I used to say there was two things about EVs are not ready for prime time. Well, prime time. Really, there's three. It's the infrastructure for charging, the range, and the speed of charging. With that trip I made to Tampa, the speed of charging, that didn't really bother me, to be honest. I went to I was doing the little trip, when it was time to charge, and I was charging often. I must have charged like 3 times that trip, right? Because people say, oh, you can get there at 10%. No, I don't want to do that. I don't trust all that. I want to get there with 20-30%, like the grandma I am. Be super safe. If I ever have to move, I still got the juice, the bus to move, right? The charging took like 15 minutes. Again, Model 3 Performance Edition, right? 285 max miles. Okay? 10-15 minutes. I get out the car, go use the bathroom, buy some drinks, freshen myself up, use the bathroom, whatever. I was Gucci, right? But to back up here, I kind of lost my train of thought. But yeah, the three things about so anyways. But the supercharging timing and all that's not a problem for me. The range sucks. Cybertruck, the one I want, that the middle one, or technically the lowest one now, because they stopped producing the cheap one. The middle tier one is like $80,000. That pricing sucks, that's for sure. But when people say, oh, it's too expensive, okay, go look up, for example, an F-150 Lariat right now. It's like, depending on how it's packaged, it can be $72, $75, $80, or $85,000, at least the decently ones I've seen. I have technically seen a $100,000 Lariat because of the packaging. I don't know if that's a fluke or whatever, but they're around that range. Let's just argue 70 to 78. Okay, so $80,000 expensive? Yeah, okay, so then the Ford F-150 is expensive. And by the way, I would argue they're all expensive. So I don't understand that comment, like as if that's like Tesla, The thing is, they're in range of their competitors, is my point. It's not like, oh, the rest of the trucks are $40,000, which, by the way, that's what I bought my 2013 F-150 Lariat, okay, in December of 2012. I bought it for $40,000. Now they're almost $80,000, okay? 100% no way. 100% that the price doubled, that's idiotic. So this whole notion of, it's so expensive, what's wrong with it? I mean, I'm not getting that. I will give you where I believe, and I didn't follow it early on, and that may be my problem, is that people were saying that it was supposed to be cheap. It was supposed to be 40, 50 grand, and it ballooned up to 80 grand. I'll give you that. That sucks. I don't like promises unkempt like that, right? But either way, to start wrapping this up, because I'm kind of using this as a practice for videos, and I'm on the videos and talking and the camera equipment. I'm sure this will look terrible. I want to see. I have a little DJI. I'm recording this on a DJI Action Pro 5, or however they're called, and the mic I'm using is a DJI mic. Oh, nice! It didn't stop. It just went through. See, my full self-driving is getting used to South Florida here, and a DJI mic that I'm using the USB-C cable to connect to the camera. So, either way, I'm using full self-driving right now. Absolutely wonderful. When people say that, oh, I don't trust full self-driving, whatever, I don't know what you're talking about. Because right now my Model Y doesn't have it. I mean, I have used it on the Y. But Model 3, it's delicious. It's amazing. It's amazing. But anyway, it's going to wrap up here. Cybertruck, that's something I'm going to save up the money for. Maybe I'll get it, use it for the YouTube channel. For all the one person that probably clicked on this video and clicked off like 10 seconds later, I appreciate you. All right, guys, I'll talk to you next time. Peace.